walk me back to from the weird text that you were getting from Brandon's phone, and
Yes.
walk me into the moment that you and your daughter came across his apartment.
Okay. So Brandon returned. He had been traveling for work, and I picked him up from the airport. That was on Thursday, the 6th. No, I'm sorry, Thursday, the 5th. He went to work on the 7th, which he was actually let go from that job. So that kind of added to the confusion, and the circumstances with him being let go is very strange too. And I have a feeling that it tied into health issues that were um, maybe health issues from what was being done to him. So Friday
Hmm.
he went to work. He had been let go. He comes back, and I said, "Well, can you watch the dogs for me, because um, I had to drive all the way to Kentucky to pick up my daughter." So
Hmm.
he watched the dogs. Then that was Friday and Saturday. Saturday was his birthday. I talked to him on the phone on Saturday. So that was the last time I actually heard his voice, was on his birthday. And I wanted to celebrate his birthday with him. So I was calling and texting. Um, and he did send some texts that I thought were kind of strange. I didn't, I just didn't really put them like under the microscope or anything. I just thought, well, that's kind of odd. But what I knew about Brandon is that if there was some kind of problem, or he had feelings, he was very articulate. So he would send paragraphs, and he would really kind of bare his soul to me.
Hmm.
He could express himself very well, and these texts were really short. Um, Not his style of writing, and even some of the words later we discover that some of the words didn't fit. And I remember sitting in the living room, and I read the text out loud to my husband, and he made this face. And then I looked and I read it again, and I was like, "You're right. Brandon didn't write these." And from there, I think I've been able to kind of go back and start establishing a timeline to where the text didn't make sense. And other things was that I was calling, and I never actually got a call back from him, only these strange texts. And at one point, he had shared his location with me. And I remember trying to find his location to find out, well, maybe he was out somewhere. But it would just spin around. It would never give me a location for him on his phone. So after days of not hearing from him, I just felt like something was wrong. And that was Wednesday. I've had a really bad feeling. As a mom, you don't like those feelings, so you try to rationalize them and make them go away. But I called my daughter and I said, first thing tomorrow, we need to go check on Brandon, or I need to go check on him. And she wanted to go with me. And so then that would be Thursday. Now it's the 12th. We go to his apartment, and I'm pounding on the door. I'm knocking on the door, banging on the windows. There's no response. And I'm thinking, okay, Brandon's going to come to the door. He was just going to been up late playing video games. He loved video games. So I'm kind of thinking he's going to come to the door and be like, well, what do you want? Why are you banging on my door? Um, but he never did come to the door. So then I go around the back, and I'm banging on the door, and I noticed the window was broke. But I'm starting to realize, like, okay, his vehicle's here and he's not answering. So something is really not right. And so I wasn't too focused on the window. It was more focused on, why is he not responding? And the neighbor took the screen off the window, and I was, where the window was broke, I thought, well, without the double pane glass, that maybe he could hear me easier. And I was just trying to yell his name through there, and he didn't come. So now I'm calling the police, 911. They come, they can't answer the door. They tell me that they have to get the property manager has to bring the key. So I call in. She opens the door, and we never go in. We can hear them working. We didn't know exactly where they were inside. Um, Later, they pull me to the side, so I don't even really get to be near Brandon. And he's just like up to here with a sheet. He has the oxygen on. I can only like see him far away, but I just see like the blood and stuff on him.